And we are live! Some days the road is easy, all you need are walking shoes. Other days you negotiate in your heels and your business suit. Still other days are breezy, only bare toes will do. But when your heart gets broke, you gotta wear boots. You gotta wear boots, time to saddle up your courage boots. Feet down in the stirrups, boots to drive the heartache out of town. Boots, ramble up all your sorrows, boots, ride on past tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta wear boots. Some days you're jumping in your Converse with good news. Other days so sad, only slippers see you through. Still other days you go waltzing in your highbrow dancing shoes. But when your heart gets broke, you gotta wear boots. You gotta wear boots, time to saddle up your courage boots. Feet down in the stirrups, boots to drive the heartache out of town. Boots, wrangle up all your sorrows, boots, ride on past tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta wear boots. All your worries and your cares, walk out of the door with the right footwear. You gotta wear boots, time to saddle up your courage boots. Feet down in the stirrups, boots to drive the heartache out of town. Boots, wrangle up all your sorrows, boots, ride on past tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta wear boots. Gotta wear boots, time to saddle up your courage boots. Feet down in the stirrups, boots to drive the heartache out of town. Boots, wrangle up all your sorrows, boots, ride on past tomorrow. Sometimes you gotta wear boots. Gotta wear your boots. Gotta wear them old boots. Yeehaw and good morning to you, cowgirls and cowboys. My name's Deb Seymour. Welcome to Brunch with Deb. But if you're here, you probably know that. Good morning, Steve. Good morning, Katrina. And good morning to all the other folks out there lurking, because I get a little count of how many who's watching. Started out today with the same song I ended last week with, Sometimes You Gotta Wear Boots. And I thought that was fitting. I'm going to be continuing today with my theme that Heidi chose of songs I've written that the professionals have deemed, I don't know, professional or something. Hey, Beth, welcome back from your journey. So last week we got through all the stuff I'd ever submitted to any contest between 2003 and 2020, and now we're in 2023, and Boots was one of them. What was that one? Top 5 Song of the Year contest, round 3. Song of the Year contest is an online contest. They have 4 rounds. Like they do one a quarter, and well, they like that song. How about that? Okay, moving on into 2023. I also, in that same contest, had a semi-finalist song. So I sent them a bunch of songs because I'm doing, hello, Peter. Hello, Katrina. I said hello to Katrina. Still thinking about our conversation on the phone last night, Katrina. I'm trying to write a love song with pretty words, but instead I'm doing dishes. It's hard to feel romantic when you're scraping last night's spinach off the silverware. And the cat still needs being fed, and I'm Running late again, I guess this song will have to wait for later on today. I'm trying to write a love song with Cupid's bows, but instead I'm doing taxes. It's hard to wax poetic when the income and the outflow columns don't stack right again. And the laundry still needs folding between write-offs and withholding. Guess this song will have to wait for a later date. The day-to-days will get you, keep you from your heart and the things you want to do, the words you want to say. I'm full of such love for you, I want to write it down, but life rushes in the door with another delay. Day-to-days will get you, keep you from your heart and the things you want to do, the words you want to say. Oh, I'm full of such love for you, I want to write it down, but life rushes in the door with another delay. Oh, I'm trying to write a love song with unicorns, but instead I'm hearing stitches. How can I fashion metaphor when you've got me in the clinches of your very silly puns? I've become undone from laughing, I'm having too much fun to write, so I've put the pen away. I'll write another day, still thinking about that love song, but when I look into your eyes so warm and wise, I realize you already know how much I love you. I can see it in your smile. And as you take my hand, it's then I understand that all along I've had a love song. I wrote a love song. Ooh. Trying to write a love song that I wrote for my husband, Jason. I made Jason cry, which wasn't really my intention, but that was part of our wedding vows from, gosh, almost 3 years ago. And Kathy says, get the Kleenex out for the best love song ever. Well, thank you. The Song of the Year contest seemed to like it too. Semifinalist done that one. Moving on into 2024 was a big year because I had an new album out, so you've heard all of these, but these are the ones. Do you know 5 out of 10 songs on that album placed in some contest? That's just nuts. That's not supposed to happen. I thought maybe 1 or 2 would. Crazy throat. I think most of you know I've said I have sleep apnea, so I wear a CPAP machine at night that blows air down my throat, which is great because I sleep. And my body doesn't try to kill me, but it takes about 3 hours to fully clear this stuff out. So I thank you guys for being here. I always am appreciative, but today I have a gig this afternoon at the C&P Coffee House in West Seattle. Wish y'all could be there. It's with Judy Kaplan and Cynthia Ashley, and we're all individual performers who come together once or twice a year and perform the super power old ladies song group and sing a lot of 3-part harmony. I'm sorry to say it's not going to be live streamed because I just don't know how to do that at the same time as trying to perform live. I need to hire someone, I suppose. Get the tips coming in. I'll hire someone. All right. This song. Next two are the songs that got me into the South Florida Folk Festival finalists. These songs were both finalists in there. And here's a little story about unintentional intergenerational consequences. Great-grandpa was a cowboy, took great-grandma for his wife. For 50 years, you know they've led a happy life. And they were celebrating with folks from far and near. All come to the ranch to toast the couple with good cheer. And the garden was a-bustin' out with all the flowers in bloom. The kitchen was a-jumpin', serving tasty barbecue. Old Joe was an old cowhand, wanted to help out. Great-grandpa took a look around and said, well, Joe, here's how. Keep the flies off of the cake. This is a special party, make no mistake. We don't want those nasty bugs down in our insides. Just keep the flies off the cake and all will be all right. Well, old Joe was a bit perplexed, not sure what to do. Was waving both his arms around, he felt like a fool. But a swatter would be messy as far as he could see. That's when he turned around and grabbed a can of DDT. To keep the flies off of the cake. This is a special party, make no mistake. We don't want those nasty bugs down in our insides. Just keep the flies off the cake and all will be all right. All right. Today we know things we didn't know back then. DDT kills birds and makes chromosomes bend. Everybody ate the cake, no one thought it funny. Not my aunts and uncles, nor my then teenage mommy. Mom, you're meaning to tell me you actually ate the DDT sprayed cake? Oh my! Well, the years went by and I was born and I turned out okay. But I still have some questions about my DNA. 'Cause instead of being a doctor, lawyer, judge, or statistician, I turned out to be a mutant, freaky folk musician. Keep the flies off of the cake. This is a special party, make no mistake. We don't want those nasty bugs down in our insides. Just keep the flies off the cake and all will be all right. Just keep the flies off the cake and all will be all right. Oddle-hee-hoo, oddle-hee-hoo, oddle-hee, 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 oddle-hee-hoo. Ooh-hoo. Ooh-hoo. Get along, you little fly doggies. Keep the flies off the cake. I mean, that's 100% true story. I even have a picture that was of my great-grandparents from 1949 cutting the cake. Hey, Carmag's in the room. Oh, Carmag. But of course you may catch a ride with me. I was going to just suggest that. If you don't mind going early, because I got to be there by 2, so we'll talk off the show. Carmag DeForest is a fantastic singer-songwriter, and I'm proud to call him my friend, and he's also my neighbor, so we often go to gigs together. Kathy says, Keep the Flies Off the Cake is a good dancing song. Well, it is. I want to give a shout out to the lurkers, Janet and Heidi. I think you're out there today. I don't know, but this theme of songs of mine that have won awards was Heidi's idea, so I am honoring her request. And then next week we can back to being more humble. South Florida Folk Festival. This was my second entry, and it was also a finalist in that contest. A little more serious. Hey, Goats on the Roof! Welcome! They're watching on YouTube. 11:58. The hands read on the clock. Stunned into attention. There's no more room for talk. Her fever is rising. She's tired and worn down. They say there's little hope. Time is running out. I should have seen she was sick. I should have seen the clues. Her breathing so belabored. Her body scarred and bruised. But I was too damn busy, wrapped up in my own life. The truth is inconvenient. We run from it and hide. The heart of the earth beats harder each day. Every breath that she takes, she's wasting away. From the sickness in her soil, the burning in her trees, my Mother Earth is dying because of me. If I could only take back every foolish thing I did, all those plastic straws, the gallons used, a million coffee lids. But seduced by convenience, I cut her with these knives. The environmental damage causing gas ecocide. Oh, the heart of the earth beats harder each day. Every breath that she takes, she's wasting away. From the illness in her rivers, the garbage in her seas, my Mother Earth is dying because of me. Bad habits are hard to break, but this I must do, because business as usual won't see my mother through. Time to harness the wind and solar energy. Learn to love and care for her and live in harmony, so that the heart of the earth beats stronger each day. Every breath that she takes gives life every day. Yes, the hour is upon me. I must mend my ways to heal Mother Earth. The future starts today. Oh, the heart of the earth beats harder each day. Every breath that she takes, she's wasting away. Yes, the hour is upon us. We must mend our ways to heal Mother Earth. The future starts today. Heart of the Earth. If you haven't seen it, you can find a video I made of that song on youtube.com Seymour Music. I had a lot of fun putting together that video, and features a pencil line drawing and colored pencil of the planet Earth, but in the shape of an anatomically correct human heart. And that's drawing that you'll see right away is the inspiration for that song. Because when I saw it, I thought, oh my God, the Earth is having a heart attack. What do we do? Everybody, welcome Goats on the Roof. Fine band. Go check their YouTube channel out. Just Google it. You'll find it. I don't know where you guys are from, Goats on the Roof. Put it in the chat. I'd love to know. They do some kick-ass versions of covers. Very strong stuff. Definitely danceable. Speak Kathy Meyerson. Okay. Water or tea? Well, since we're going to really blame everything on the dog, But I'm not singing that one because no one's ever no one's ever given that song any sort of award, nor should they. It's a ridiculous song. I'll sing it some other time. Actually, I might be able to cram it in today. So the next song actually was first place. Who knows where the Good Taste Committee was for the Port Gamble Maritime Festival last year. But speaking of cleaning things up... Oh, you're from Athens, Georgia. I was in Georgia. Oh, wow, cool. I was in Atlanta for my first time in February doing a house concert in Roswell. So, yeah, get on my mailing list. I may be back in your area. It's debseymourmusic.com. Opt in. I don't send news unless there's news to send. But yeah, I do have friends in Georgia. Come on, I would drive all the way there to see you. Georgia, Georgia. That's not one of my songs. Anyway, here's the Port Gamble Maritime Music Festival song from last year that got me a little certificate that's over there on my wall. Everybody get your mops out. Oh, I am a cleaning woman, many houses I do keep. They send me on many a job, my stalwart agency. But the greatest place they've sent me is unusual, I'd say. I'm cleaning 2 for 2 liveaboards on a boat on Elliott Bay. And the skipper and his missus are as kind can be. They tell me to clean how I want, but this they say to me: you can't use toxic chemicals, they'll drain into the drink. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard, that's your part. You can sing your bops and buckets, brooms, and even an ironing board. But don't use toxic chemicals, they'll drain into the drink. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. Oh, the kitchen's now a galley, the bathroom's now a head. The bedrooms are called cabins with bunks instead of beds. Don't mix up your vocab or they'll make you walk the plank. Plink! Cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. And then there is the dashboard, but here it's called a bridge, with many a knob and dial that you'd better not miss-hit. If you turn the wrong one on or the side, you'll go kersplish. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard. You can bring your mops and buckets, brooms, and even an ironing board. But don't use toxic chemicals, they'll drain into the drink. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. There's miles of brass to polish, you got to make it shine, and lots of wood to rub, made of a grain so fine. Make sure the oil you use is teak, not the one of mink. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. And then there are the brownouts, they happen all the time. The wash machine and microwave don't like to share the line. If you turn them on all at once, it'll all go kerplito. Cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard. You can bring your mops and buckets, brooms, and even an ironing board. But don't use toxic chemicals, they'll drain into the drink. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. I asked the skipper what the difference was between a boat and yacht. He says, a yacht makes its own ice, a pleasure craft does not. Well, all I know, my nose, it knows mold anywhere, it stinks. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. You've scrubbed and rubbed off your buns, it's time to call it a day. When you hear the sound of a tug and barge on good old Elliott Bay. One blow of the smokestack, the soot falls black like ink. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard. You can bring your mops and buckets, brooms, and even an ironing board. But don't use toxic chemicals, they'll drain into the drink. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. All aboard, all aboard, all aboard, all aboard. You can bring your mops and buckets, brooms, and even an ironing board. But don't use toxic chemicals, they'll drain into the drink. Oh, cleaning on a boat is not as easy as you think. Belay your goats on the roof. All aboard. That's right. All aboard right away. Ah, thanks, Kathy. Well, that's also a true story. I did work as a house cleaner for Dana's Housekeeping in my early days here in Seattle, and I got to clean all sorts of people's interesting stuff. You can learn a lot about people when you're a house cleaner. It's amazing what people like leave for you to discover, not knowing you're discovering it. Not that I'm snooping, but anyway, you can find a recording of that on Apple Music, my website, with all 4-part harmony. I was joined by the Whateverly brothers, Dan Roberts and Chris Glanister, and Jan Elliott Glanister, his wife. And by the way, for those of you who don't know your Pacific Northwest geography, Elliott Bay is where Seattle is located. There's a big old, well, it's the whole harbor where all the little shippies go. The little shippies. The giant container ships. Oh, gosh. And so anyway, I did clean for 2 people. They called the agency wanting a house cleaner, but they said, except we have one thing that might be a little weird. We're not a house. We're a boat. We live on it. And none of the other house cleaners want it because it was lower than the typical 4-hour minimum. I'm like, put me there, man. I mean, I get to like sit on a boat in the dock and look at all the other boaters. I'll take it. Very nice people those people were. Okay. Well, look at my list. Keep the Flies Off the Cake actually won 2 things last year. Ha! Who knew? So I was a finalist in USA Songwriting Contest. I get confused. And it also cleaning on a boat, won a semi-finalist in the International Songwriting. So both those songs won 2 things last year. But here's the last thing that I submitted to anything, and I'm not going to be submitting anything for a while because I haven't written anything new lately. The Great American Song Contest finalist in the singer-songwriter category was Deb Seymour. Oh, that's me. Ooh. This song about choosing hope. This is a great song to end on for today. By the way, tip jars are open at the bottom. The links here. I always have to point at the graphics. That's not working. Here, no, I can't do it. No, this way. Put rights, and rights, left. I'm not mirrored on here, at least what I'm seeing. You could also go to clickable links in the driveway. Anything helps, even a couple dollars. Of course, if you want to buy me a yacht, oh my God, I'd have to clean it. No, just keep it to a few bucks. That helps. I'll be back next week, and next weekend is Mother's Day, so I'm going to do, thinking I'm going to do a Mother's Day themed songs about moms, aunts, grandmas, or just women who have meant something to me or you in life. So it'll be a mix of covers and some originals. And thank you for suggesting this theme, Heidi from UK. And I'll quit bragging now and just say, when life gets tough, remember to keep choosing hope. I gotta remember this because it's similar to the love song. How do you sing when you have no song? How do you think when your rights all go wrong? How do you cope when you can't get along? I choose hope. I choose hope. How do you dance when you have 2 left feet? How do you talk when you can't speak? How do you win when you face defeat? I choose hope. I choose hope. Hope is the stars in the darkness, the seedling in the rain. It's the love that we harness when we walk together through the pain. I choose hope. I choose hope. How do you laugh when all you have are tears? How do you move when all caught up in fear? hero? How do you pray? God disappears. Well, I choose hope. I choose hope. How do you stand when you feel so small? How do you rise every time you fall? How do you know it'll work at all? Well, I choose hope. I choose hope. Hope is the stars in the darkness, the seedling in the rain. It's the love that we harness when we walk together through the pain. Hope is the stars in the darkness, the seedling in the rain. It's the love that we harness when we walk together through the pain. I choose hope. 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 You can find that on YouTube as well. Thank you guys for listening, and thank you for running through all these crazy little award thingies, which don't really mean anything. What's most important is what you like, and we'll get back to some stuff you like. Next week I'll do a Mother's Day theme. The week after that is open, so throw me some ideas. And that's that for today. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Deb Seymour. This has been Brunch with Deb. Of course, and the folks walking in the UK, it's tea. Well, it's past tea time. It's almost supper time for you guys. So glad to have you here aboard the Brunchling train here. And you are Brunchlings and you are Deb heads. And definitely keep in touch. Oh, Peter, he also chooses hope. Peter Stokes. We've got Peter Gore and Peter Stokes on today. Thanks. I can move that down. That'll be a little better. Thanks, Peter Stokes. Nice to see you, Goats on the Roof. And everybody else, I will see you soon. Well, I'll see you next weekend, which is what? For May 11th, Mother's Day. Keep on walking the path of hope. Keep on remember to be kind. The world's pretty harsh these days. Remember to try and be kind things. Do something nice for your neighbors. Just smiling at somebody helps. And remember to pat all the puppies and kittens you see, if the kitten will let you. They're pretty zoomy. And don't take candy from strangers. Look both ways before crossing the street. There's been some weird pedestrian vehicular things going on around here in Seattle. But most of all, no matter who you are or what culture you're from, remember to tell the people in your life that you love them sooner rather than later, because you don't know what the next day will bring, or the morrow, as they say in older English. I will see you next week. I'm Deb Seymour. Have a good one. Keep it kind.